men. Let's just say PE men, guys. You took me how many years now? It took me 4 years to realize, hey man, this is a normal. This is a normal. You will need to stay hydrated, food. Yeah. Hi, son. You cry on and I cry in shio, guys. Oh my goodness. So my question is, how can you accuse me of hitting you with a car if you got up and dusted yourself off and walked away? Like, I don't understand how that happened. Guys, this thing happened, actually, put that way. This thing happened in like 2016, and I know exactly when. It was either in January, and I have a strong feeling it was either January or in June, July. So I was dating this man's. I'm gonna keep man's anonymous because I'm not gonna call my lawyer out here and be like, yo, I said something like this, so I'm gonna zip it. So I'm gonna call him Mogai. This man's, guys. This Mogai. We're dating. Sharp. I cause stress. We're dating. Love lives here. Hashtag. We're posting on the gram. We're posting on Facebook. We're all social medias. Everyone knew we were the couple. Sharp. Now, this one night, we're at his friend's house. We're having drinks. I get we drinking. It's a vibe, having chats. Nandi, you know how it is. So then my guy is like, the guys. So I was like the only chick, right? Because I was the girlfriend. And there were 3 guys. So him, my guy, and the 2 friends. So they all devised a plan. But guys, let's go to Gandhi's. So Gondwana is obviously located in Summerstrand. So I'm like, as a girlfriend, I'm just like, okay. Now I'm the person who's like, wherever y'all go, I'm going away. Let's put soy. So we go to Gandhi's. I get Gandhi's lit. We're gyrating. What's popping? It was in January. What's popping? Gyrating. Mans and I probably have been together for like a month now. We're still in love this year. I get gyrating. Was it's vibes. Yeah, then guys spots his ex-girlfriend that did him dirty. Apparently she did him dirty. So then, based on my story, I feel like she didn't do him dirty, but we'll come back to that chat. So then my guy looks to see, there's ex-girlfriend on the balcony, yabo. And I'm here like twerking. I'm just going at it. My guy's within, grabbing grabbing is like within. We're just gyrating. It's nice. So now I've noticed my guy's attention is not on my butt, but rather on the balcony. So I'm just like, okay, what's going on? So I look. I'm like, it's the ex. How do I know it was the ex? He told me her name, so I searched on Instagram. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But he also showed me, so I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And I said, I don't even need to go there because come on, I'm not it's not my jurisdiction. Yeah, well. So then my guy is like, no, let's leave. I was like, okay. So he's like, no, let's go have fun. I'm like, okay. So we get into my car because now his 2 friends came in another car, right? So we get into my car. He's driving us because he was always, it's a relationship. I'm going to let him drive my car. We drive. So we go to First Beacon, like that area in First Beacon, but now not the first one. I think a bit like down the road, a bit more down the road. So we far from civilization. We far from the club. We far from, we are in the bundus. The bundus, translation, we are in the bushes. Do you understand? We're in the bushes. Here is the ocean. This side, it's more bushes, and then it's the road. You know what I mean? So we parked in the bushes, close to the ocean side. Mogai parked in reverse. We are surrounded by trees, shrubs. Anything can pop out of there. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, so we're gonna get kinky, because you're a kinky couple, Okay. Mogai parks, switches off the car, looks at me. Let's go to the back seat. I'm like, okay, let's go to the back seat. Now I'm ready. Like, when the alcohol is here, the body is like here. I'm just like, my guy, We hit the back seat. Now I'm sitting there, and then he's like, and then he looks at me. He's like, this girl, like, and this. I don't want to quote everything he says because lawyers. Did this guy not mention his ex on somebody? He was venting. Hey, yeah, like I literally just sat there and I was like, okay, all right. Kind of ruining the mood, hey? Foreplay can't bring us back from this. Can't bring me back to where I was. Okay, how? So then my guy stops talking, and then I'm like, so what are you gonna do? Like, now I'm trying to console him when I like, okay, I can see my guy's hurt, yeah, boss. So let me massage him. Like, what's wrong? Marinate him. Then this my guy, it's like a switch just went onto his head on some. Why are we talking about my ex? I'm like, didn't you just, you know? He's like, why are we talking about my ex? I'm like, I just said that, like, well, maybe she, or, you know, like, I was trying to at least not make her look good, but like, okay, I tried to make her look good, I won't lie to you, but like, shame she has reasons for, you know, doing ABC. And then he was like, no, I'm not gonna talk about my ex. And then I got upset because I'm like, Aibo, you brought it up first. Like, I'm trying to be yabo. And my guy was like, oh, we're arguing now. Hey. Let me drink. This is where it hit rock bottom. So my guy was like, oh, so we're fighting now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so over this. I don't want to be here right now. I was like, can we just go home? Like, do you understand that, like, the alcohol is out of my system now? Like, I'm done. Like, I'm like, oh, this is too much. One, alcohol is out of my system. Two, there's no more jiggy jiggy hey that's gonna pop anymore because we say EBB. Three, it's 2 a.m. Did I forget to mention that? It's 2 a.m. It's dark AF. We are in the bundus. Can we just go back to the club or go home? Because I'm not gonna finna sit here and argue with you because yeah, well, I'm scared of Tokoloshis, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm scared of Tokoloshi, guys. Or anything that is you know, or crawls. My guy steps out of the car, sits on my bonnet. He sits on the bonnet. He's like, we're not going anywhere until we resolve this. Did I forget to mention it's 2 a.m? The alcohol is out of the system. Like, I'm like, okay. I'm still in the backseat. I'm just like, did this guy just step out the car and sit on the bonnet? And then he's telling me we're not leaving until we resolve this. And then I look around. It's pitch black. There's no street light in sight. I'm just like, I've got night vision. The car is only playing music. The lights are off. You have. So I was like, let me just get out the car and sit in the driver's seat, because clearly, if I make a move like, okay, I'm sitting in the driver's seat, let's go. Maybe this man might, get in the car and we leave. Hey, I'm lying, can't. Friends, people, did I not sit in the driver's seat? I opened the window because now I'm just like, I'm so over this. This is funny for me. This is just drama. This man to just do acting. Side note, he does. I opened the window. I'm like, my guy, can we vibe? Can we go? Yeah, this is not the vibe. Hey, my guy says stay on some. We're not going anywhere. And mind you, this guy is tall, eh? He's tall. He's sitting there like, we're not going anywhere. I'm like, okay, it's 2 a.m. Like, we're in the bundus. Anything can come out of here. And also, guys, safety first. One, I was thinking, okay, if my car gets stolen, first of all, remember, I've got a car. I've got an asset in this bundus, and man's is sitting on that asset. If anything happens to that vehicle, God forbid, my grandfather would have killed me. Okay, not really killed me, but my grandfather would have been like, yeah, well, I'm thinking, I'm gonna get into trouble. What am I doing in the bundus at 2 a.m? That's the first question my grandfather's gonna ask me. So obviously, I'm sitting here on I'm sitting in an asset, not a liability. I'm sitting on an asset here. I'm sitting on something that's gonna take us home. Leave your friends. If something happens to this car, I have to explain what happened. When are you gonna keep quiet? They don't even know I'm dating you, Puff, that time. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, they probably didn't even know where. Okay, they knew I was out with friends, but like, obviously, you would expect me to go out with girlfriends, not a boyfriend stuff. So my guy is just sitting there. I'm thinking all this in my head. I'm sober most now. I'm thinking rationally, but hey, we need to go. This is not gonna work out, and I'm not gonna sit here until 5 a.m. 5 a.m. waiting for you to yabo. Hey guys. So I was like, let me scare him a bit. Let me just turn the car on, like the ignition, just to So this is where the problem started. So me, I turned on the car without pushing down on the clutch, because I don't leave my car on a gear, I leave the car on neutral. Yes, it's a manual. So when I turn on the car, my gearbox is always on neutral. So now because I'm looking at Mogai and I'm turning the car key, and did the Mogai had the car in reverse. So when he climbered the car was in the reverse gear. So so people who have cars, they know when you turn on the ignition and it goes zoom. If it's on a gear, the car's gonna jump, especially if you didn't put your foot on the clutch. Guys, the car jumped. Mogai was still on the bonnet. Did Mogai not fall? Mogai fell. He fell off the bonnet to the ground. Guys, I was so shocked. I was like, huh, what just happened? And remember, I'm sober. I'm just like, I want to go home. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh shit, what just happened? Guy gets up. I just saw his head peeking over the bonnet. Okay, so I saw his head peeking over the bonnet, ne? I'm looking at this like, oh shit, what did I do? Then I look at the gearbox. Oh, it's on reverse still. I was like, yeah, imagine. So the guy, he looked over, got up, friends, looked at me on some, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the, dusted himself off, walked away from me. I'm in the bundus, guys. He walked away from me, and I was just like, hey, boo, what just happened? I had a moment to just laugh it off a bit, but internally, because I was like, yo, what just happened? So I literally put my foot on the clutch, brake, started the car, and I'm driving a Polo, guys. Like I was driving a Polo, so obviously, I don't have to put my foot on a clutch. I mean, not the new Polo, like 2009 Polo. I don't have to put my foot on the clutch to start the car. So I, change the gear, put on one, and I slabber it, and I get out of the thing to go fetch Mogai, because Mogai is walking here. He's walking. He's walking. I go there and I'm like, guy, get in the car, let's go. He's like, you hit me with the car. You hit me with the car. You hit me with the car. And I was like, I didn't hit you with the car. It jumped. I'm a guy's like, no, you hit me with the car. You did it on purpose because you pissed at me. This is abuse. I'm like, okay, sure, I'm sorry, gay. Hop in the car, let's go home, gay. Because I am your lift home anyway. So he gets in the car, then I drive him home, and then I go home. And I still was like, hey, but what happened? So guys, the reason I'm addressing this today, besides the humor behind it, Mogai has been accusing me, and he hasn't mentioned my name. He's always posting on his face. He posted on his Facebook 1 December, I think it was like when is it? 2019 December, because we actually met up at the mall. Like, it was by chance, but okay, we're greeted, we're nice, got to see each other, and then we wanted to discuss like the wrongs in our relationship and fix like the wrongs, because obviously we don't want to leave things on a toxic note, because Mogai, I won't lie, Mogai is very toxic, but we wanted to like clear the slate, because out of all my exes, he's the only one I'm not silver with, to be frank. So then Mogai, we were fixing this, we were talking. So I was like, what is it that pissed you the most besides like, anything else? And he mentioned that thing. He's like, you hit me with the car. And I'm like, no, man, I didn't hit you with the car. Let's discuss this. Then Mogai was like, no, I don't want to talk about it because it still hurts me today. 2 days later, Mogai posts on Facebook a whole script of nyols on Samba. Out of his exes, one cheated on him, that's not me. One, I don't know what one did, but it wasn't me. Another one got pregnant with an acquaintance, that's not me. The other one hit him with a car, that apparently was me. And he literally was like, he went through abusive relationships, whatever. And I'm just like, Aibo, like, Mogai, how are we all problems and you don't see that you're the denominator of this problem? I'm addressing that today. So yeah, guys, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you soon in my next videos, and I have a lot of stories about this relationship. Hey, Mogai, no more Mogai, perfect. Peace out. Mwah.